Curtis & Son presents this obituary report this morning. Burton Matthew Isabel died Wednesday at his residence. Funeral service Saturday at noon from Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, with Chaplain Glenn Winter officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Visitation prior to the service at 10:30. In lieu of flowers, you may make a donation in Bert's memory to Fisher House Foundation, Inc., 12300 Twin Brook Parkway, Suite 410, Rockville, Maryland, 20852, or P.O. Box 758517, Topeka, Kansas, 66675-8517. Online memorials at CurtisandSonFH.com, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Leanne Benton Ward, age 70, of Sylacauga, Saturday at 11 from the chapel of Randy Smith Funeral Home, Brother Randy Hagan officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mrs. Ward died Wednesday, June 26 at her residence. She was a member of the Five Points Baptist Church. Station Saturday from 10 until 11 at the funeral home. In lieu of flowers, donation can be made to Resources for Women at resources4women.com. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at raddysmith.com, Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. Celebration of life for James Henry Lane, age 91, is 1 o'clock Saturday at St. Mary Missionary Baptist Church. The Reverend Philip Keith is a pastor, and Pastor Edna B. Scott is a eulogist. Interment in the Pine Grove CME Church Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service, and Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Graveside's funeral service today for Ralph Russell Rich, age 79, of Childersburg. That will be at 11 o'clock from Forest Crest Cemetery. Online condolences at KilgoreFuneralHome.com. Kilgore Funeral Home in Leeds, Alabama, in charge of the arrangements. Of course, Mr. Rich, as we've mentioned several times, a former city councilman over in Childersburg. Funeral service for the Reverend J.C. Robinson, age 82, will be today at the Church of God Reformed, with the Reverends Otis Daniels and Joseph Robinson officiating. Interment in the St. Clair Memorial Gardens. Ursery Funeral Home, Pell City, directing. And funeral service for Mr. Hugh Earl Blair, age 89. That service will be today at 11 o'clock in First Baptist Church of Eufaula, with Dr. Ken Bush officiating. Burial in the Fairview Cemetery Edition, with Chapman Funeral Home directing. Visitation this morning, 10 until 11 o'clock at the church prior to the service. And Mr. Blair, several family members here in our area. Celebration of life and reception at Talladega Creek Baptist Church Saturday at 11 o'clock for Mr. Ray Lovorn, age 68, who passed away June 22nd. In lieu of flowers, you may make a donation to the Alzheimer's Association or Talladega Creek Baptist Church. Talladega Funeral Home directing. And a celebration of life for Mr. Roy J. Estelle, age 65, is noon today at DeForest Chapel on the campus of Talladega College. Interment in the Oak Hill Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the chapel 1 hour prior to the service. Mr. Estelle graduated from Talladega High School, and Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary in charge of the arrangements. This obituary report this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Now.